Hi, in this video we'll learn how to add and subtract the complex numbers. Now the general form of complex numbers is a plus bi. This is the general form, and a complex number contains two parts, real part and an imaginary part. Here a is called the real part and bi is an imaginary part. And all complex numbers are in the form of a plus bi. Now when you add and subtract the complex numbers, then the solution will also be a complex number. So let's see, how do we add and subtract the complex numbers? So we're going to follow two simple steps to add or subtract the complex numbers. The first step is you get rid of the parentheses. And the second step is you identify the real part and the imaginary part, and then you combine the real part to the real part and imaginary part to the imaginary part. So these are the two simple steps which we're going to follow to add or subtract these complex numbers. So the first step is get rid of the parentheses. So I'm going to get rid of the parentheses. So this will be 5 plus 6i. Now assume there's a hidden 1 over here. Whenever you don't have anything outside the parentheses, you can assume that there's a 1 over there. Now all we need to do is to distribute this positive 1 inside the parentheses. So positive 1 times negative 4 will be negative 4, and positive 1 times negative I will be negative 1i. So we got rid of the parentheses. Now the second step is we need to identify the real part and the imaginary part, and then combine the real part to the real part and imaginary part to the imaginary part. So we know that 5 and negative 4, these are the real parts, right? So we can combine them. 5 minus 4 is 1. And then the imaginary parts are 6i and negative 1i. So we can combine these. Now we're just going to treat the I just like how we treat the variables x and y. Definitely I is not a variable, but we're just going to treat it like a variable. So we're just going to combine 6i and negative 1i. So 6i minus 1i will be positive 5i. So we got plus 5i. And this is our solution. And notice that my solution is also a complex number. Now let's take a look at this example. In this example, we're subtracting complex numbers. So again, we're going to first get rid of the parentheses. So I'll write this as it is, 8 plus 2i. And since we don't have anything outside the parentheses, we're going to assume there's a hidden 1 over there. And now we're just going to distribute this negative 1 inside the parentheses. So negative 1 times negative 6 will be positive 6. And negative 1 times positive 7i will be negative 7i. All we need to do is to combine the like terms now. 8 plus 6, these are the real parts. So 8 plus 6 will give me 14. And then we're going to combine these terms, 2i and negative 7i. 2i minus 7i will be equal to negative 5i. So that's how you add or subtract the complex numbers in two simple steps. The first step is you get rid of the parentheses. And the second step is you combine the like terms. That's all in this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to this channel and want to see more videos on other math topics, be sure to subscribe down below and share it with your friends. See you in the next video.